Hi and welcome to this video about the rack included in my pack that should be out. I mean, if you see this video, that probably means the sample pack is out, and so you can go and check it out on Gumroad. It's a sample pack with a lot of percussion sounds, some didgeridoos and other like more weirder noise and even percussions that are like a bit like more original, and some sound design, and obviously the racks that we are going to talk about today. So because sadly they are not like compatible with a previous version prior to Live 12, so this video is meant to one, show you the racks, but also decompose them a little if you want to recreate them in a incompatible version. So yeah, let's start. So first let's start with the instrument rack. Let's have that lovely didgeridoo a bit down. So this, as the name suggests, is called the slicers, and it's about slicing. So it's like composed of 3 banks. You could actually duplicate a bank and like add it, like just increase the number of like possible banks for that. So it's like actually pretty simple. So if you duplicate a bank, and you can like go into the map, like get the bank parameter, which should be this one, and you can increase that, and now you have one additional bank. So you just have to rename stuff. Bank 3, bank 3. Yeah. Okay, super simple. So by default they come like, this device comes like with empty samplers, of course, because the nice thing is that if you get this pack, you also have a lot of samples that you can use to fill it. So let's show you, like it's as you would in a basic sampler, just now you have multiple, a big number. Yeah. Let's have some MIDI going in and just have a taste of like something simple like that. It's going to loop 1. We can actually toggle those little buttons right here, so that when there's like MIDI coming in, it will follow and like actually select the right slicer. So if we go to the next one, it will select the correct one. Actually no, it doesn't. Oh, it's weird. It should be doing this. Oh yeah. Huh. Some weird stuff happening. I mean, it's okay. So once we have that, we can like obviously change bank, but as we saw, we have nothing in those banks. So let's have this one out, and yeah, let's take this one that I have already like prepared with like multiple banks, so we can like see what happens. Let's make a new clip like that again, and have stuff. Select another one. It might be actually just too high, that's why we don't have any sound on some like samples. This one, yeah, it's too low. So this is actually like something interesting. So I can already like pair this with the second racks. That's very handy for this type of cases. You can use the MIDI ToolBox that goes like before, and then you can like transpose. So like same as the samplers, as the name suggests, is like a simple like aggregate of multiple MIDI device to make loop more interesting, transpose stuff, reduce length of notes, like add some scales. And right now we have only one note, so it doesn't do that much of an effect. So let's take a random clip like that, for example. not enough stuff happening in this one. Can we have something with a bit more like that, maybe? Yeah. And let's add some lines somewhere, like this. And let's have like to show some part, let's have them like actually a bit low and an actual note playing. So let's change sound. Yeah, this one has a way more like slices, so can actually start to see some stuff happening. Can like transpose that. Can you see we have like by default the MIDI gate set as 20, so it will like cut every note that's not 20 of velocity. Can use that to create new patterns within patterns. We can increase a bit the volume because yeah. So yeah, the slicer device has all the parameters from the slicer, the individual slicer that are all carried from the actual instrument to like this part of the rack, so that you can actually control all the volume of the different tracks from just this little space here. Let's change again. Let's transpose that. Let's add a bit of reverb. Yeah. Let's have some LFOs, make stuff a bit more interesting. Let's have this going in here. Remote, just 5, that, slow. Yeah, like that. It's nice. And let's have like a more funky LFO on like this maybe, and let's have it like switch like that and change bank. Or more like change the yeah, start to get get a bit more interesting. Change a bit of transposition. Oh no, it's like not the right one, it's this one I want. Change trigger mode, change the fade in and fade out, add some random padding, not too much. Yeah, so that's basically the slicer device. You can change bank again, and the MIDI toolbox is, like I said, it's like very simple. It's just like workflow based. It's stuff I like to have like at the beginning of my chain to add a bit more flair, or like make stuff a bit more organic, or yeah, just transpose and yeah, stuff like that. So after that we can go back to the racks. Can start maybe with the resonance one, which is like just basically like two corpus devices, one after another. So it's like you have one resonance changing the sound that goes into another one, and you have like some additional dry wet there if you want to globally let some signal pass. So it's like you have multiple stage, and so it's like for me it's like very very handy to have like those options, especially like that. So yeah, and of course you have like some effect input gain, like, because if you know corpus devices, depending on how you parameter them, like they can get like really crazy. So you can take this down, and yeah, it's like all fine. So let's start with the first one. It's like actually like pretty simple. Yeah, this I like a bit more. Let's a bit of the original signal pass through. Go into the second resonance. Bit less decay, bit. Yeah, like that. Maybe again a bit of the original signal. Okay, this I like. Okay, can go with that. Let's have like a bit more of the DJ in the background, and like add some kick just for like so that we get a bit less bored. Yeah. So let's keep going. So that was the resonance device, and like if the question is why two corpus one after another, it's like imagine hitting like your friend like hitting a metal plank, but you hear the sound through a giant PVC tube. It's like that idea. It's like if you know about like the AS chromophone synth, it's basically that. So yeah, let's keep going. Maybe we can go to voices. Voices is like another self-explanatory name, but it's a bit more weird than just voices. It's like the idea is like to add voices to any sound, so not like for example if you get the wavetable synth and you have like the let's actually take it out. Let's not get too far in that tangent, but yeah, like you have like voices and you can it's a bit like that, but it doesn't sound like that. So yeah, and actually let's keep going. So we have two voice mode. It's like we have like pitch based voice mode, and we have frequency based voice mode. So it's like, and by the way, if you need like explanation on any of what the knob does and like detail, you can open your info tab, and everything has been like edited, so you have like precise information on what every knob does and its purpose. So yeah, so let's start adding some voices. Let's turn down the rest, and we can like start messing around with that. Yeah, change mode. Yeah, we got some extra resonance right now. This I like. Yeah, let's get to 6 and less a bit of the original signal pass through. But right now it's a bit muddy, so let's add the EQ right now. Wasn't planning to do it right now, but yeah, and like just add, yeah, a bit more like this, small. So yeah, and this EQ is based on like zone style 4-band EQs. So it's like because I like 4-band EQs, I'm like used to it because I have a zone. So it's like, yeah, and it's based on that. So I try to get as close as possible to the frequency curve and the frequency separation of each band, and you actually have like total kill, lows and highs like on the mixer, and you have like +8 to -27 on like the mids. Yeah, so it's just that. It's like very simple. It's like 4 band EQs. I like those. Ableton only has like a 3 band or using the EQ8, and I'm not like a huge fan of the EQ8. So yeah. So to finish with the voices device, yeah, you can like mess around with the randomness, and like again, sometimes you get like some extra like almost like chord-like resonance within your sound, so it's like a nice thing. And again, you can switch from like frequency based to the pitch based. So yeah, we'll get back to the deconstruction of those like just after. So then we can like go to the maybe the Slink Delay, and obviously like if you know Hypnus, you have already heard of the Slink name, and it's like the awesome like Slink filter like was an inspiration for that one. It's like doing like some crazy, like not too crazy right now, but you can go crazy with this like like frequency modulation with like some added delays and things, can like mess up the LFOs. Yeah, let's put back some of the original signal. It's like, yeah, and basically this device is like has the main controls. Basically, it's a filter delay, by the way, and this controls like both the LFOs that controls the frequency and like the Q of the each filters. And this one controls like the delay rate and sync of the filters. So yeah, we'll open them right after. So what do we have left? We don't have many stuff left. We have like the dual filter. The dual filter is like a traditional like DJ style filter, where you have like we solo that. Yeah, it's like super simple. Let's have like change this a bit. It's like going a bit too fast for my liking, but depends also on what you want. Yeah, so you will notice this filter doesn't go too far in the high frequency spectrum, just because I don't really like when like it cuts, this type of filter cuts completely the highs. So that's just the reason for it. Oh, let's put back the rest. And next we have the where is it? The mixing toolbox. So like the MIDI toolbox, it's like just a collection of stuff I put at the end of my chain, like to be ready for the mix. It's like a compressor ready like for like taking the input of something, sidechain and stuff. So yeah. Yeah, not usually like I usually use a click for triggering the sidechain, but that will do for today. Like some compressor and other stuff, like saturation as well. Utility if I want to make something like bass mono or completely mono. EQ8 just to check maybe if we have like something that's too much resonance somewhere. And a limiter just to check to keep the loudness of that track in check. So yeah, simple stuff. It's just like handy to have like one thing that you can load. So next we can go to the master chain, and we have like 2 devices for that chain. No, I mean I made them like for the master, but you could use them on anything you want. Actually, it's like as you want. The master FX is a simple like could say drop oriented like rack. It's like as simple as a filter and some width and a low EQ, just to have some traditional DJ style drops, like cut the lows, bring the lows, like filter and like high pass filter, like that. Like, but when this is put like to 26 hertz, by default the filter is deactivated. So yeah, you can like automate stuff, like let's this like that, and just let's say we want to have I need to deactivate that like here, and let's have like rise like that, like this with this, and let's have the width drop like that. Classic stuff. Yeah, super simple. It's like just a handy tool. Then we have another handy tool. It's like the for the finish product is like simply the simple master. It's like again a collection of devices to make a really basic master chain. It's like some width control, bass mono, some 4-band EQs again. It's like repurposed, like make like some EQ8. Maybe I wanna like stuff like rebalance again. I don't know. We don't have much in the track going on, so it's like the purpose of like going mastering right now is like that doesn't have any like meaning or anything, and of course a limiter at the end at like set ceiling at -1, like for loudness standards, and like yeah, it's like handy stuff. So I think it's like we have seen like every devices, so now I can just maybe put like again some EQ, some 4-band EQs on that, like on that kick, make it like more round. Let's add some hats like that, just like yeah, simple stuff. We got some samples going on, some DJ redos that you can get in the pack. Yeah, so now as promised, we can like have a deeper like deconstruction of the racks, so you can like understand them and make them yourself, or change them, or have new ideas. And yeah, I'm gonna skip the MIDI toolbox because it's way too simple. It's like basically just taking the parameters I want from some devices and like put them in a rack. Like it's super simple. The resonance one is if we open it, it's like we got 2 chain, of course, like for the drive weight, like that. You can actually play with that. I like what it does. If I were if right now I was making a track, I would probably do something like that. Yeah, it's like nice. So let's go deeper in let's mute the stuff after that. and let's tune down the rest a little and focus on that. So we can let's again, it's like, yeah, like that. So let's go into the width, and we can see like there's like a utility here that serves the input gain of the effect. I prefer like to keep the gain in check before going into the corpus. It makes more sense, because if it's like set in a way that makes the effect saturate, like even if you reduce the gain after, the effect technically still saturates. So it's more it's clever. It's better to put the gain staging, you could say, like before the effect. But yeah, so yeah, like I said, there's two corpus going into one another, and it's actually pretty simple. After that, you have a first track, which is actually the dry wet, that takes the parameters from there and here into here, that takes them here, and we have like the two last dry wets for the two individual corpus that goes from here to here to here. It's like, yeah. After that, we have like some minor, like you could say, modification. For example, here we have like the dry wet, but we also have like the on off. So if you actually put the dry wet off one of the resonator, like so the corpus at 0, it will like kill that device. So it will like free up like some CPU consumption. So it's very minor, but when you have a lot of stuff going on and in your session, it's like always handy to work like that. So yeah. Okay, so let's go to the voices. Voices is a bit similar as it has like a dry wet right there. It's like that, and you have multiple voices, which is like a bit more like is set in this way. And the more complicated stuff about this is like that it has some devices on each voices for some gain staging as you increase the number of voices. So you can see how it reacts. So if I put them like that, yeah, like that, yeah, so that you don't end up having like a saturated sound after, because you have put 8 voices. It would be like not good. So yeah, it's like as simple as having like some utilities with the set gain I want to reduce per voices, and having them like turning on with the switch, the adding of voices. So you have, is it better if I show it like that? Like maybe like this. Yeah, you can see as we increase the number of voices, it also increases the number of like utilities that have like some gain reductions. So yeah, and you can also see right now that each voices is actually shifter devices. So this is how we have like 2 modes. We have like the pitch mode and we have the frequency mode, and we have like each tuning right there that are carried over again, like that, a lot of carrying over stuff, just to make it like extra how do you say, like extra nice to see. Like, yeah, because if you were to not carry over like that, you would end up with something like, let's take this out, you would end up with the dry wet like that, 2 chains like that, and that is useful but is visually not helpful. So it's you don't need that part. You want that, you want that, you want that, but like the rest is you have like that piece in the middle that's like super annoying. So that's why I prefer to carry everything over like that. So yeah, I can put it back. Yeah, it's way more like way more neat. Like it's like nicer looking, and plus I like the way it looks. It's a bit more original than just a rack that looks like 8 knobs, and yeah, it's like, yeah, that's a bit more like what do you say, character. So the Slink Delay is similar in the way that it is again a dry wet like that, and every parameter after that is carried over like here, except for the LFOs that are just hosted here. And so we can see it's, like I said, a filter delay. So if we turn this on again, yeah, depending on what we do, it like gets crazy. And got some jitter. Yeah, jitter makes it like very twitchy. Yeah, it's a bit more nice. Yeah, and we can see if I change the depth of this part, those LFOs, it controls the delay time here. Yeah, and like again, we got some gain here, like to have like the effect volume right there, just to make sure it doesn't saturate. So yeah, can keep stuff in check. I respect the gain staging. You hear that so often, but it's so true. So yeah. And again, is there anything else I should show you in that one? There's not that much stuff like specific. Yeah, you have the LFOs right there. It's like simple. Yeah, it's like, besides the look that makes it like a big rack, it's not that complicated, this one. Just a bunch of LFOs. The EQ is like quite nice. It's like simply having like EQ free on each chains like that, and with a gain here, because the like those mid chain, if you want to emulate Axon, it goes to +8, and this like only goes to +6. So I was like, yeah, let's put some utilities there, and it makes sense. It's like, yeah. And we, of course, and based on the design, you could actually do as many bands as you want. You could just like take this to the extreme and do I don't know, a 16 band EQ. Maybe I will do it for the next edition or something like this. Okay, and we, in like a specificity of that, like just as an added bonus, there's like just a tiny saturator at 50% wet, like just with 2 dBs of drive, just to add a bit more like punch. But like it's that analog dirt that people could say, like just it's not analog in any way, but it's just, yeah, I like to drive a little bit after EQing, so by default I have that in there. But you can just, if you don't like that, you can delete that and save the device on top of it. You do what you want. And for the band separation is like as simple as having like the frequency up like that, that EQ3 in here, that's and the frequency of that EQ3 too, like map on the same thing, is like, yeah, it's like separation, and just, yeah, it's like simple. This one, I'm not sure I'm gonna like spend too much time. You can find a lot of tutorial about like how to make your own like dual pass filter stuff. It's like really simple, but if I show you just quickly, it's like based on actual chains like that. Yeah, it's like. And and this one doesn't have any specificity, and the master one doesn't have any specificity at all, besides the fact that this is mapped to only go up, and yeah. And I think oh, and I almost forgot to show the slicer one, so let's kill the LFOs because they are going to trigger the chain change. The chain change, it's like hard for me to say that. Yeah, I'm French and I have like a hard time with my English accent sometimes. So like forgive me for this awful accent. Okay, so we have, like I said, like the parameters from here. So again, it's carried over, and yeah, it's like the big thing that takes a lot of time for that is like to make sure you have your simpler that's turned off when it's not selected in any way. So it's like this takes the most time, but like the basic gist of it is like the basic one is 0, and then you want to have 0.4999, and you take the number from before, you do 0.5, and then you get this number, and then you repeat 1.499, and then you have 1.5, and so on and so on and so on and so on. So yeah, and if I show like extra quickly how to build something like this, it's like let's take simpler. You wanna like the most important thing is to set your what you want right from the beginning, like before multiplying the number of simpler you have. So me, I don't use filter right there because I could put a filter after and like control of them like that. So let's free up some CPU, turn this off, and no pitch envelope, and like the set of parameter, we could have that, this and that, and let's stop maybe here with it's okay. And after that we can just go into chain and duplicate, and have like this, like that maybe, and duplicate again, and like that. And for example, we could like after that we can take this and like map it somewhere, and then you have like your selector. If you don't do like too many, you can like keep the maximum number in check like that, and yeah, it's like that. And of course you can if you want to do stuff like that, you can like put your chain selector like this and hide that, and yeah, it's like the basic stuff. And like I said, you can map stuff, and if you did not follow the advice of mapping everything at first, you can always still do something. It's like if I want to map this, and obviously none of them like have the on-off bypass button like mapped, and I still want to have them all mapped, there's like still a shortcut that I still discovered not too long ago, even though it's been like some years and now that I've used Ableton like that, is like you can map it, and then you right click the map and you map to all sibling, and all of them now follow the same map. So it's like such a time saver. And after that we can, like I said, like I showed you, 0, and then 0.49, 0.5, 1.49 and 1.5, and then you have your setup for an optimized slicer powerhouse or anything else you would want. I like to call this slicers, like I call it, like if you would had sampler with like many zones. So it's like if you take hi-hats, you take many of them, don't really care, and just put them like that, and you have like selector, and you can distribute range equally. So you have your selector like this, and then you have the you take this, and it's basically like if you'd had like multiple instance of sampler with like multiple chains in there. Like it's basically the same idea, but like instead of samplers and just playing back a sample, you have like slicers in chains. It's like, yeah, super handy. Like you can hear, we can always like change the sound like super quickly once it's all filled out. And yeah, I really love like that workflow. It's like, and I hope it's gonna be helpful to you and that you can like make some cool shit with that. So with that said, I think this is it for the showcase. It's like it has been like how much? Almost 42 minutes, like exactly right now. So like many in my entourage would say, it's like 42 is the perfect number. So we will stop there, and once again you can go and check out the pack on Gumroad, and I hope you enjoy it. And yeah, let me know if you want to see more stuff like this, or even if there is some samples in the pack that you really enjoyed. Let me know if you want to see more of those or more in the same style for the next editions, because I'm gonna do like more editions because I love to make sound and record stuff. So thank you, and see you later.